Hey everyone, Pastor Tim here with this week's update for Mercy Church out here in the New Hampshire woods on a very bright day. So got that sunlight beaming in here. Anyhow, hey, as always, we want to talk about three things. We want to talk about loving God, loving others, and making disciples. When it comes to loving God, I want to direct you again to the question we asked yesterday, and I've been bringing up more regularly. What are you doing to grow spiritually? Maybe you hear that question, you're like, I got it. I'm in a small group. I'm doing Bible devotionals, whatever it is. Maybe right now you're in a lull and you're like, I don't know what my next step is. Whatever it is, I would encourage you to head over to our website, mercychurchnh.com, and then click on our spiritual growth process. Look at that page and take some time to just assess where you are. That page is built to help you assess, okay, here's where I am, and then it gives you resources to continue to grow spiritually, to move further on in your spiritual journey. Our spiritual growth process was built to assist you in the process of you growing spiritually. Obviously, that's the name, right? We want you to know God and love God more and more and experience Him more and more. And so when it comes to loving God, I want to encourage you in that direction. Now, when it comes to loving others, I want to ask you to pray for three different people/groups of people. I want to ask you to pray for Paige, who headed down to Florida, and she's doing ministry, reaching out to folks in the skateboarding community, surfing community. Pray for Paige, who we sent out a couple weeks ago. I want to ask you to pray for Melanie, who is headed to Ohio to work with Athletes in Action there. And I want to ask you to pray for Nathan and Pam and Child Voice International as they continue to minister to kids around the world whose voices have been silenced by war and the brokenness of this world. So take a moment just to pray for those four people, I guess, right? Pray that God would use them to minister to those in need, that He would use their organizations to be a blessing to others, to share the gospel, and to bring hope into broken lives. So we have loving God, loving others. Let's talk about making disciples. I want to lay a challenge before you, which is reach out to somebody who's invested in you spiritually and say thank you. When we think about making disciples, we're talking about somebody growing in their faith and then investing in another so that person can grow in their faith. And we want that to continue on and on and on, generation to generation. Chances are somewhere in your life, there's a person who's invested in you spiritually. And I just want to encourage you to take a moment today, whether it's a text, an email, a phone call, reach out to that person and say, hey, thank you for investing in my life spiritually. Family member, friend, mentor, pastor, whoever it is, reach out to somebody and say, hey, thanks for investing in me spiritually. It makes a huge difference when someone knows, hey, the effort I put in has impacted that person. All right, there's three areas: loving God, loving others, and making disciples. If you want to get in touch with us, email us, info@mercychurchnh.com. We'll see you soon. Take care.